you didn't know, this is a moderately new channel, but still newer than my last channel. Nevertheless, if you're not subscribed, remember to subscribe to the channel, press the bell next to it so you get a notification every time I drop a new video. And, in the words of my grandpa,
subscribe, bitch!
Yeah. Cock-a-doodle-doo.
I just saw my life flash before my eyes.
Try that one more time. I'm just throwing it back to 2003. What's up, everybody? We're back with another video. Today we got the Adidas TMac 1 in the St Vincent St Mary colorway, aka LeBron shoes in high school. Adidas is releasing 3 shoes from LeBron's time in high school: the TMac 1, TMac 2, and the Pro model. Is Adidas allowed to do this? After testing this sneaker, 2 things became clear. LeBron's the best high school player of all time, and there's no way TMac shouldn't be top 75. Cause this shoe right here was one of the worst shoes I ever hooped in. Let's get into the review. Starting off with the looks and the initial thoughts. Now it's a clean sneaker. One of the reasons that attracted me to getting this sneaker was the style. Well, that and the fact that I was gonna make a video off this shoe too. Now I'm all about early 2000s style. Double XL white tees, extra large graffiti shirts with the bootleg SpongeBob, size 8 fitted hats, velour jumpsuits, and sweatbands for no reasons. This sneaker low-key the epitome of that. Of course, with LeBron playing with these shoes in high school, it takes me back. Even though I was just a young kid at the time, I remember those days fondly. As you can see, the gold 23 on the side of these are dubbed the King colorway. Again, is Adidas allowed to do this? I mean, Nike, Sues, and Bullies, small designers, would they challenge someone on their level? Anyways, it's a clean sneaker. It reminds me of a clean sports car, like a Ferrari. Although, wearing the shoe, it feels more like a Nissan. We'll get more into that in a second. What's actually dope about this shoe, the insoles are actually clovers. So if LeBron ever decides to join the Celtics, i.e. the Celtics draft Bronny, because that's the only way that's happening, he should just wear these. What's Nike gonna do? Drop LeBron James? As a Celtics fan, these would look clean with, dare I say, a throwback Paul Pierce jersey. Everyone hates now, but back then in the early 2000s, Paul Pierce was consistently one of the highest selling jerseys. Before all you NBA Twitter experts came on the scene and think he's just like Jabari Parker, because of his sports takes that ESPN made him say, by the way, and his love of strippers. And can you fault him for that? Looks in the initial thoughts rating of the TMac 1 in the LeBron James colorway, yes, the LeBron James colorway, is a 10 out of 10. Great sneaker just for looks, but when it comes to basketball, that's another story. And really don't click out of this video because of my outfit. I know the pink don't match the backwards Paul Pierce jersey and the green fitted cap. Try to take me serious. Moving on to the size and comfort. Now, if it's true to size, and it's heavy as hell. Not that breathable, but it is kind of comfy. It's like wearing weights around your feet, like when Piccolo and Dragon Ball Z wore the weighted training clothes. I'ma call these the Piccolo TMac 1s. Did you know Piccolo was like 6'6"? Damn! Going back to the shoes, now I see how LeBron had such a high vert in high school. He was training in these. Now imagine if T-Mac actually wore lightweight sneakers. Remember in the All-Star game when he threw it off the backboard and caught it and jammed it? In some light sneakers, he would have done that and done through the legs twice. Like he was in NBA Live 2005 with Carmelo Anthony on the cover. You know, the first game when they had the slam dunk contest. Best basketball game of all time, by the way. T-Mac probably would have averaged 40. Beat his cousin Vincent in the most famous dunk contest in the history of basketball. Would have won a championship or two with Yao. Maybe even one in Orlando with a beat up Grant Hill and Pat Garrity. Chances are you don't know who I just named, unless you're an old head. This one's for the old heads. Size and comfort rating 3 out of 10. It's a well cushioned shoe, but it's just way too heavy. To the point where there's really no court feel and the reaction time is slow as hell in these. Moving on to the traction. It's really got a square outsole with a zigzag traction pattern and really shallow grooves. It feels rough though, you would think it would stick, which is why I was super confident in planting in these sneakers while testing them. It didn't go well. Oh.
Ooh, my white shorts.
Yeah, I haven't slipped this much since I tested a basketball sneaker from Wish. Traction rating 3 out of 10. Moving on to the materials and technology. Now these feel like the $25 Stephon Marbury shoes that I tested a while back, but a lot more expensive. The synthetic upper feels like it's really good material because it is thick like Zion. Yes, I said it, thick like Zion. This thing is sturdy, but in turn it's super heavy to go along with the toe area, which kind of reminds me of some Adidas shell toes. There's perforated holes on both sides of the sneakers for as much breathability as the sneaker could muster. The cushion technology in this sneaker was Adiprene, which provides solid cushion and protection. It's just not that responsive because, well, it's heavy as heck. Rating 4 out of 10. Obviously technology isn't the same in 2003 as it is now, but damn, I'm starting to think the reason why kids nowadays are jumping so high is because shoes are lightweight now. And they didn't have these heavy sneakers. I don't want to be that dude, but these shoes made me realize today's players couldn't hang back in the day. I agree with Charles Oakley. Am I just saying that because he's a scary dude? Maybe. Moving on to the support and lockdown. Support is solid. This is like a tank, so you ain't gotta worry about that. Now lockdown is good. It's not the best, but it'll do. With the lace closure, I did think there was an extra lace loop on the inside of the sneaker, as you can see this white part right here, but it doesn't open, so it's just there for looks. One of the only parts of the sneakers where I really found no complaints. Support and lockdown rating 7.5 out of 10. Moving on to the price, it's $140. Now, is it worth it? Not for hooping. I mean, unless you built like that, I know dudes who still hoop in Jordan Retros, like the 12s. But for nostalgic purposes, if you're a millennial or a boomer, I'm not a boomer, that's old as hell. You know, that era who wore double XL tees and danced to them franchise boys. This shoe is for you, so you don't gotta wear high top forces all the time. Overall, I can see why LeBron didn't sign with Adidas out of high school. This shoe was even though, if you remember, he had like an $80 million offer from Reebok to sign with them, which Reebok is now owned by Adidas. He went with Nike. Overall rating of the TMac 1 LeBron colorway, or Piccolo colorway, or Celtics colorway, or Paul Pierce colorway is a 5.5 out of 10 just for hooping. If it's just to kick it, that's a 10 out of 10 right there. But if you hoop in these, I respect the hell out of you. But I'm gonna go right by you after a ball fake jab. Hear this. God damn. Alright, yo, that concludes the video. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you think of the TMac 1s and the St Vincent St Mary colorway. Will you cop it? TMac 2s, low-key, actually look a little better than these ones. I feel like those are the shoes that Sebastian Telfair wore too, so they should release some Adidas Sebastian Telfair colorways when he played for Lincoln. Real ones remember Through the Fire. That was the GOAT documentary of all time. Remember to watch my other videos and playlist up there and down there. Let me know what you think of these shoes in the comments below. Until next time, we out. Peace. Inspirational quote of the day. Do what makes you happy. And if it means you losing a job that you're unhappy with, then do it. AKA Paul Pierce having a stripper party and losing his job at ESPN. That's what made him happy. So do what makes you happy, everybody.